And it came to pass that as he was about to do this, behold, he was taken, and was tried according to the voice of the people, and condemned unto death, for he had raised up in rebellion, and sought to destroy the liberty of this people. Now when those people who were desirous that he should be their governor saw that he was condemned unto death, therefore they were angry, and behold, they sent forth one Kishkumen, even to the judgment seat of Paharan, and murdered Paharan as he sat upon the judgment seat. And he was pursued by the servants of Paharan, but behold, so speedy was the flight of Kishkumen that no man could overtake him. And he went unto those that sent him, and they all entered into a covenant, yea, swearing by their everlasting Maker, that they would tell no man that Kishkumen had murdered Paharan. Therefore Kishkumen was not known among the people of Nephi, for he was in disguise at the time that he murdered Paharan. And Kishkumen and his band, who had covenanted with him, did mingle themselves among the people, in a manner that they could not be found, but as many as were found were condemned unto death. And now behold, Pachamimi was appointed according to the voice of the people, to be a chief judge and a governor over the people, to reign in the stead of his brother Paharan, and it was according to his right. And all this was done in the 40th year of the reign of the judges, and it had an end. And it came to pass in the 41st year of the reign of the judges that the Lamanites had gathered together an innumerable army of men, and armed them with swords, and with scimitars, and with bows, and with arrows, and with head slates, and with breastplates, and with all manner of shields of every kind. And they came down again, that they might pitch battle against the Nephites. And they were led by a man whose name was Coriantumr, and he was a descendant of Zarahemla, and he was a dissenter from among the Nephites, and he was a large and a mighty man. Therefore the king of the Lamanites, whose name was Tabaloth, who was the son of Ammoron, supposing that Coriantumr, being a mighty man, could stand against the Nephites with his strength and also with his great wisdom, insomuch that by sending him forth he should gain power over the Nephites. Therefore he did stir them up to anger, and he did gather together his armies, and he did appoint Coriantumr to be their leader, and did cause that they should march down to the land of Zarahemla to battle against the Nephites. And it came to pass that because of so much contention and so much difficulty in the government, that they had not kept sufficient guards in the land of Zarahemla, for they had supposed that the Lamanites durst not come into the heart of the lands to attack that great city Zarahemla. But it came to pass that Coriantumr did march forth at the head of his numerous hosts, and came upon the inhabitants of the city, and their march was with such exceedingly great speed, that there was no time for the Nephites to gather together their armies. Therefore Coriantumr did cut down the watch by the entrance of the city, and did march forth with his whole army into the city, and they did slay every one who did oppose them, insomuch that they did take possession of the whole city. And it came to pass that Pachamimi, who was the chief judge, did flee before Coriantumr, even to the walls of the city. And it came to pass that Coriantumr did smite him against the wall, insomuch that he died, and thus ended the days of Pachamimi. And now, when Coriantumr saw that he was in possession of the city of Zarahemla, and saw that the Nephites had fled before them, and were slain, and were taken, and were cast into prison, and that he had obtained the possession of the strongest hold in all the land, his heart took courage, insomuch that he was about to go forth against all the land. And now he did not tarry in the land of Zarahemla, but he did march forth with a large army, even towards the city of Bountiful, for it was his determination to go forth and cut his way through with the sword, that he might obtain the north parts of the land. And thus supposing that their greatest strength was in the center of the land, therefore he did march forth, giving them no time to assemble themselves together, save it were in small bodies. And in this manner they did fall upon them, and cut them down to the earth. But behold, this march of Coriantumr through the center of the land gave Moronihah great advantage over them, notwithstanding the greatness of the number of the Nephites who were slain. For behold, Moronihah had supposed that the Lamanites durst not come into the center of the land, but that they would attack the cities round about in the borders, as they had hitherto done. Therefore Moronihah had caused that their strong armies should retain those parts round about by the borders. But behold, the Lamanites were not affrighted according to his desire, but they had come into the center of the land, and had taken the capital city, which was the city of Zarahemla. And they were marching through the most capital parts of the land, slaying the people with a great slaughter, both men and women and children, taking possession of many cities and of many strongholds.